Emily had always been a perfectionist. She had high standards for herself and worked tirelessly to achieve them. She was a straight-A student, a talented musician, and a star athlete. But despite her many accomplishments, Emily struggled with feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. It wasn't until Emily started college that her struggles with self-love began to intensify. The pressure to succeed in a new environment and the constant comparison to her peers left her feeling overwhelmed and insecure. She began to question her worth and her abilities, and soon her anxiety spiraled out of control. Emily's roommate, Sophie, noticed that something was wrong. She urged Emily to seek help and offered to go with her to the counseling center on campus. Emily was hesitant at first, but eventually agreed to go. The counselor, Dr. Rodriguez, listened patiently as Emily poured out her fears and insecurities. Through their conversations, Dr. Rodriguez helped Emily realize that her negative self-talk was rooted in a deep-seated belief that she was never good enough. She encouraged Emily to challenge those thoughts and practice self-compassion and self-love. At first, it was hard for Emily to accept these concepts. She had always believed that pushing herself to the limit was the only way to achieve success. But as she continued to work with Dr. Rodriguez and practice self-compassion, Emily began to feel a shift in her perspective. She started to recognize her own worth, independent of her achievements. She gave herself permission to make mistakes and learn from them, rather than beat herself up for every misstep. She learned to treat herself with kindness and understanding, just as she would a close friend. Emily's newfound self-love didn't come easily. There were still moments when her old patterns of self-criticism resurfaced, but each time she reminded herself of the progress she had made and the tools she had learned to combat those negative thoughts. As Emily continued to practice self-love, she noticed a significant improvement in her overall well-being. Her anxiety decreased, and she felt more confident and secure in herself. She was able to appreciate her own strengths and weaknesses without feeling the need to compare herself to others. In the end, Emily realized that self-love wasn't just a concept, but a practice. It was something she needed to work on every day in order to cultivate a healthy and positive relationship with herself. And with that realization, she knew that she could face any challenge that came her way, with love and compassion for herself at the core.